at 323-577-5562. From traditional funeral services to memorials to direct cremation, pre-needs, and more. Call Charlotte White at Exquisite Family Mortuary for Southern hospitality in Southern California. That's Charlotte White at 323-577-5562. Exquisite Family Mortuary is located nearby in Inglewood, California. Exquisite Family Mortuary, where your loved one becomes our loved one.
Hey Zoe, I'm calling your show, 'cause I need to know. Show me which way to go before I throw my man out the door.
Okay, hold on a second, Keisha. Just let me ask Ronald exactly what's going on, because it takes two to tango, and I need to hear his side of the story.
So she's driving me insane, got stress heavy on my brain. She keeps playing silly games, man, I'm about to bring the pain. We seem to fuss and fight every day and every night. Please give some advice so we can see the light, see the light.
Produces a division between black men and black women that is going to contribute significantly to, if you want to call it, genocide of black people. In other words, if you heighten the alienation between black men and black women,
harder to organize.
Right. It will. In other words, we talk about unity at a political organization level as being one kind of unity, but there is another kind of unity that is much more fundamental, and that is the unity within the family unit itself. And we have been denied the opportunity to really have functioning family unit.
Man, when was the last time you heard the voice of the elder? Our beloved Dr. Frances Cress Welsing. So when I say something similar, and I got it from her, relationship is at the core. It's at the core. Relationship is, I say it all the time, it's a dojo. It's a classroom, it's a masjid, it's a temple, it's a menzil rab. It's a place, it's a puja room. It's a place where we go to reconcile the truth about who we are. We've been misinformed, we've been hoodwinked, we've been bamboozled, right? To believe that it is the perfect escape, that if we allow the scarcity within us to speak using the terminology of manifestation, that scarcity can manifest fullness. And unfortunately, it can't. Scarcity can only manifest more scarcity. Just because you say, just because you call it manifestation, doesn't mean it's not coming from a space of hunger. Do you see? Everywhere on TikTok, let me show you how to manifest. And they're blowing up, right? Manifestation is a byproduct of needs. We talked about needs yesterday. Why would you want to manifest if you're at a certain level of consciousness that brings on contentment? If you're constantly being chewed out from the inside out, unfulfilled needs, by unfulfilled needs, do you see how the manifestation industry can just take off based on your inner loneliness? Your desire to have something more or have something different? Spiritually thirsty, that's a good term, Attila. So here we are today. Why am I playing that beautiful clip of Dr. Frances Cress Welsing? Because it's important. I have a topic today, and it might be a little triggering. It might be a little jarring, but so what? I cannot stomach living in a world where there's so much love bashing, fear of love, avoidant of intimacy. Just, I don't want it. I don't want to feel. Love is not real. Where the money at? I don't want to talk about love. I want to talk about money. If we talking about money, you got my attention. Does this sound familiar? Love is a waste of time. Love has to fit into a box. Love has to fit into a box that was designed by your emptiness. That was designed by the unhealed wounds you refuse to address. Right? So your relationships become an extension of escapism. You avoid yourself and you escape your partner because you don't want to see that reflection of you. The self-awareness reflection that comes from them. You really only want to use them to help you further escape. But you won't call yourself a user. Robert Greene, author of the 48 Laws of Power, says no one is authentic. Everybody has been conditioned from childhood to perform, to put on a mask in order to get what they want. Because being authentic may not be accepted by the masses of masks. Do you see? And to get to a space of authenticity, there's a great deal of fear. There's a great deal of sorrow and pain that you have to wade through. So back to Dr. Frances Cress Welsing. She said, yes, social and political unity is one thing. But there is a fundamental thing that's more important. She talked about the family. Oh, the family. The family is a mold for community. If the family is misaligned, the community will be misaligned. Do you see? Why is this important tonight, Zoe? Tonight's topic. Get to your phone lines because I want to talk to you about it. Listen, this is my everyday thing. I'm talking to folk. How you have the attached book. There's a book out there called Attached. You're a millennial. You got the attached book. You read it. You understand attachment theory. But yet you still fighting to do the work? You're fighting against doing the work? I'm literally recapping a conversation. Oh, that's a great book. Yes, but have you applied it? You understand the terminology. You know what anxious preoccupied is, dismissive avoidant, fearful avoidant, securely attached. What are you? Do you see? Do you see? Relationship. That is the greatest scholarly undertaking one can embark upon. But because it deals with the parts of you that are not respected by you, that are not approved of by you, that are not accepted and nurtured by you, you'd rather just use the terminology. Do you understand? It's not black love, because everybody wants to put it out there. It's black love, black love. Oh, memes of black love. Oh, black love, love, black love. It's not black love if you're not healed. If you haven't started the journey, if you haven't really done it. And I'm not talking about superficial stretching. I'm talking about real, deep, right? Right, deep. Dark side, Darth Vader deep, right? Excavation of your soul. If you haven't done it, it's attachment. It's not black love, it's black attachment and stimulation. Let me take a picture of my plate at this restaurant. Let me take a picture of the beach. The beach is more serene than your soul. The beach is what it is. You're not, you're a mask. I'm sorry. A deeper look at attachment versus connection. If we're insecurely attached, can we really connect? I just think it's important for us to talk about the trauma of whiteness, unraveling the psychological impact on interracial relations. Here's the philosophical insight. The social construct of whiteness perpetuates norms that dictate what is considered normal in relationships, often marginalizing other cultures. Here's your psychological insight. Studies show that individuals in interracial relationships may experience identity confusion and anxiety based on societal pressures and stereotypes. Here's your metaphysical insight. The idea of interconnectedness suggests that racial trauma affects the collective consciousness, impacting how individuals relate to one another across racial lines. Your clinical and empirical insight. Research indicates that experiences of racial microaggressions in interracial relationships can lead to increased relational stress and lower satisfaction rates. You mean to tell me racial microaggressions happen within interracial relationships? You better believe it. 1-800-920-1580. Get to your phone lines. Let's talk about it. What about the intersectionality? What about intersectionality as pathology? How social identity construct shapes attachment styles. Intersectionality posits that individuals cannot be understood solely through one social identity. Instead, their experiences are shaped by multiple intertwining identities. Attachment theory suggests that people with multiple marginalized identities may develop complex attachment styles that can affect their relationship dynamics. The concept of unity in diversity emphasizes that embracing multiple identities can lead to greater interpersonal connection and understanding when approached holistically. But what about when approached socially? Research also shows that individuals facing intersectional discrimination exhibit higher rates of anxiety and depression. which can adversely impact their relationship stability. How are we going to learn how to decolonize the mind? Right? Should we learn how to decolonize the mind if we are in pursuit of unconditional love? Or is unconditional love as real as Tinkerbell, Peter Pan, something that should be considered a waste of time? This is why I said it's not black love. It's black attachment and stimulation. Do you see? I'm attached to the perceived resources I believe you bring to me. Right? And as long as I'm getting those resources, I am stimulated. The role of historical trauma in contemporary relationships. Decolonization challenges the dominant narratives that have historically oppressed, marginalized communities, advocating for a reclamation of identity. Historical trauma can lead to maladaptive coping mechanisms in intimate relationships, where individuals may struggle to trust or open up emotionally. The idea of ancestral connection suggests that unresolved historical trauma can hinder spiritual and relational growth in contemporary relationships. Studies also indicate that individuals who are aware of their historical trauma may have a stronger motivation for healing, which can lead to healthier relationship approaches. Call in and be honest. Are you attached or are you in love? It's not black love. It's black attachment and stimulation. Do you know your attachment style? Do you know what concomitant attachment wounds come with it? Do you know how those wounds dictate from the background who you choose, why you're attracted, and how you behave and how you react? Do you know? It's not black love yet. It can be. The question is, do you want it to be? When we come forward, the voice of reason shall keep cooking.
Reasons. The reasons that we're here, the reasons that we fear, our feelings won't disappear. You're listening to the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580. If you missed our KBLA Talk 1580 Town Hall, the Altadena Eden Fire, 100 Days and Counting, you missed an evening of reverence, reflection, and reality.
You gotta live in the reality because this is it. Every day, you wake up, is this my life? Don't stay in denial because yes, it is. Don't stay in bargaining where you're praying for a miracle and if it wouldn't have happened, then this is what I would have done. It did.
Our panel participants kept it real. Really real.
I think, number one, it's amazing to me how we ignore systemic racism in our community, and as a people, we've apologized for so much, but when will we stop apologizing for what we have paid for? Because the truth of the matter is we paid for this.
You can always count on KBLA Talk 1580 to give it to you straight, no chaser. When you love folk, you tell them the truth. Seeking the truth, speaking the truth. We're KBLA Talk 1580, and we don't black down.
Do you owe $10,000 or more in credit card debt or personal loans? With credit card debt at all-time highs, Debt Relief Advocates is urgently notifying consumers of debt relief now being made available, designed to aid consumers with out-of-control credit card debt. Those who qualify and enroll for this relief program will only have to pay back a fraction of what they owe. This is not bankruptcy or a debt consolidation loan. This is a relief program that credit card companies would rather you not know about, as it ends your debt nightmare and saves you lots of money. Consumers owing at least $10,000 in credit card debt or personal loans can now take advantage of this debt relief as the cost of living skyrockets. Debt Relief Advocates has established a relief hotline for you to call to learn what debt reduction you may qualify for, so don't wait. For this free information, call the Relief Hotline at 800-388-6607, 800-388-6607, 800-388-6607.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580 reminds you, when we fight, we win. The Youth Justice Coalition is challenging America's addiction to incarceration and discrimination. YJC works to dismantle policies leading to mass incarceration, law enforcement violence, and the school-to-prison pipeline. Their approach? Transformative justice, community intervention, free LA high school, legal defense, and system monitoring. YJC promotes safety without relying on prisons. Their goal? Prevent system contact and help people exit the system through direct action, advocacy, and education. Want to get involved or need help? Call 323-235-4243. That's 323-235-4243. Join YJC in creating change. When we fight, we win. KBLA Talk 1580, your voice for justice. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
You know you want some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
My name's Tevin. What's yours? We were holding hands in the park. We had to hurry home before it starts. I can't wait to see you smile again. And I love the time we spent. I waited for the break of day to come, so I can see your smile in the sun. I guess I couldn't wait to get to school, oh baby, to see your pretty face. I've got to stay cool. Break it down. Don't leave me. Don't leave me. Oh baby.
You have to be able to affirm yourself internally. Needing other people to affirm you makes you too vulnerable and dependent on others for validation. Other people have their own needs, and they can't always lift you up and rescue you from your negative thoughts about yourself. This is not to say that external validation isn't good. Compliments and recognition are great, and they feel great, but they can't be required for you to feel whole and complete.
Man, Dr. Tracy is never playing games with you. Listen, if any of this stuff is still a vestige in your relationship, if it's still dangling in your relationship where you need validation, where you need approval, you're not in love, you're attached. I'm here to challenge it. We live in a society that has reframed attachment as love. And considering out of the 4 attachment styles, 3 of them are insecure, I would wager, even though the statistics say something different, I would wager that the majority of people you meet, because most people are works in progress and even the securely attached people aren't perfect, right, and can be pulled insecure, I would wager, right, that most of the people you meet are insecurely attached. How do you know if you're seeking resonance or pining for validation? What determines your level of wounding? 1-800-920-1580. Get to your phone lines. I want to talk to you. Does recognition of unity or oneness beget detachment from ego? In the spiritual sense, what do you mean the spiritual sense? Right? You have relationships, if we want to get theological, if we want to get theological, you have religions that are practice-based, and then you have religions that are being-based. Meaning you got to do the work to ascend to the source of all that is, a state of ascension, raising to the highest level of consciousness to where you become one with God, where there's no demarcation between you and God. Those are being-based spiritual practices, whereas there are some different kind of spiritual practice. And I'm not here to besmirch them. That's not what I'm here to do. I'm not here to judge them, which is why I'm not going to label them. I'm not labeling the quote-unquote higher or the lower. But let me give you an example of Buddhism. Buddhism illustrates this when they say Hinayana. They have an inner circle and an outer circle of practitioners. The outer circle is kind of like Buddhism for the layman. Then they have an inner circle where you have the monastic Buddhists that are really trying to get out of their body when they want to. That's a different level of practice. You understand? All I'm saying is, in relationships, if we are just seeking to quiet the wound, we will never experience peace. The doorway to peace is through the wound. This is why I'm asking you, are you attached or are you truly in love? See, when you're in love, there's no need for more. I don't need any more. Contentment automatically flows through. There are no needs when you're in unconditional love. Do you understand? I know you, I'm trying to put it into terms. There's no more wanting. There's no more management. A relationship in and of itself right now is about management. Huh? You in a relationship trying to manifest a different experience. That's discontentment. I know you don't want to hear it. When we come forward, you think the voice of reason is done? Wrong.
That's why I just wanna be alone with you. I just wanna be alone with you. There's nothing else I'd rather do. Nothing else I'd rather. I just want the chance I had again. You know, baby.
He's on fire tonight. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Amber Payton with 4 Things You Should Know with BIN News. Black Maryland Governor Wes Moore is hopeful about plans to redevelop the Commander Stadium site in Prince George's County. Owner Josh Harris will fund a study and demolish the stadium as the team eyes D.C. in 2030. D.C. leaders are urging Congress to act on a major budget shortfall. Black Mayor Muriel Bowser says $400 million in cuts are at stake and called it a fake budget crisis, noting even Trump supports fixing the issue. Black Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass's $13.9 billion budget includes layoffs for 1,647 city workers and service cuts. Hundreds showed up Monday at a city council hearing to protest the proposed job losses and reductions. In Atlanta, Rep. Nakima Williams kicked off the State of the People Power Tour Sunday to mobilize black voters. The tour includes civic engagements and service projects in cities across the country. Get BIN News on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
Experience adventure at Palm Springs Aerial Tramway. Ride the world's largest rotating tram car. Explore over 50 miles of scenic trails in pristine wilderness. Dine at 8,500 feet with awe-inspiring views and get that perfect souvenir. Adventure at its peak. Learn more at pstramway.com.
At Exquisite Family Mortuary, we know how overwhelming it can be planning a meaningful farewell for your loved one. Secure your peace of mind by calling Charlotte White at 323-577-5562. That's Charlotte White at 323-577-5562. From traditional funeral services to memorials to direct cremation, pre-needs, and more. Call Charlotte White at Exquisite Family Mortuary for Southern hospitality in Southern California. That's Charlotte White at 323-577-5562. Exquisite Family Mortuary is located nearby in Inglewood, California. Exquisite Family Mortuary, where your loved one becomes our loved one.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. Perfectly imperfect. Beating in rhythm to the world you've created. But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out. Your life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzz driving is drunk driving. Don't drive buzzed. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Thanks for calling Discover. This is Nia.
Hi, Nia. It's Jennifer. Did you know that Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Yeah, I work here.
Okay. I was just double checking. Get it?
Because Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Oh, you get me, Nia.
You could say that I double get you.
I guess we've taken it too far.
You earn, we match. Discover Cashback Match. See terms at discover.com/creditcard.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
Imagine a Los Angeles where everyone can thrive, where communities have access to the resources they need to succeed. That's the vision of Detours Mentoring Group, Inc. They're dedicated to improving life in LA County by providing educational support, employment assistance, and spaces for community engagement. By 2050, they want LA to be the best place to connect, create, learn, live, and play. They're working toward an education system that's well-resourced and culturally responsive, becoming a hub for artists and innovators, and making sure everyone has access to healthy food, quality healthcare, and safe housing. It's about building a future where we all have the chance to succeed. We invite you to learn more about their mission and get involved with Detours Mentoring Group, Inc. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
Military veterans and active duty service members, you could become a certified cyber warrior with just 12 weeks of training at My Computer Career. Cybersecurity specialists are in high demand, and IT pros with these skills often enjoy abundant opportunity and a great lifestyle. Protect our people, liberty, and treasured institutions from cyber threats. SkillBridge and other VA benefits are available to those who qualify. Learn more at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP. That's mycomputercareer.edu/CWP.
This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. Cordell & Cordell is the largest family law firm in the country, with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. That does give us certain advantages, for example, in focus and resources. But being big doesn't mean less personal or less local. Our attorneys live and work in your community, and as neighbors, they understand the challenges your families face. If you're a guy facing divorce, remember, Cordell & Cordell, a partner you can count on.
1455 Frazee, San Diego. CordellCordell.com.
Hey there, Los Angeles. This is James Lucky Jr., publisher and editor of Los Angeles News Observer. Are you hungry for news that matters to you in the African-American communities of Los Angeles? Well, buckle up, because we got the scoop you've been craving. Stay in the know and never miss a beat with our free weekly publications conveniently available near you. Or hop on the digital wave and become an exclusive subscriber at OGNSC.com. Don't forget to join the party on Instagram and Twitter at OGNSCINC for behind-the-scenes access and sizzling updates. No more FOMO. Let's stay informed, connected, and empowered together.
This is KBLA Talk 1580. Talk radio. That's music to your ears. We're unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580. You're listening to the voice of reason with Zoe Williams. Only on KBLA Talk 1580.
One is the eternal tension between hubris and nemesis. That is to say, when we are emerging as a self, as a personality, we're emerging out of this incredibly energy-filled matrix. And if you look at my Facing the Dragon book, I talk about this a lot in there. You're really coming out of a cauldron of these God energies, dragon energies. The child is really loaded with archetypal energy. And as you're emerging, the trick is, of course, to not lose touch with all that juice. Because if you lose touch with the juice, then you will have a kind of a chronic depression. And there are a lot of people who lose touch with the juice that just die. So, but you got to remember, you're emerging out of a merger with all this dragon energy. And hubris, that is the insight that the Greeks had, that when you are engaging in pride, and the important thing here to understand is that the most dangerous grandiosity is not when you are aware you're grandiose. Almost all of the really destructive, grandiose possession states are unconscious. So that's what we know. We like to think that those narcissistic personalities are aware of how arrogant they are. But the truth is they're not really aware. And so what we've got here is this young, radiant young guy, and he is in touch with all this archetypal masculine juice, and it has blown him up. He's been riding on this. And a lot of the time when you're riding on this archetypal golden juice, you really think that's your true self. When in fact, you're just inflated. You've not really constructed an actual true self yet. You've not been able to develop it and build it and shape it and sculpt it yet. You haven't sculpted your authentic true self yet. So one thing that's going on here is if he's going to actually become a transformed, mature man, he's going to have an encounter with the grandiose energies in his shadow. And I've spent a lot of time recently trying to show how grandiose energies come in each of these quadrants. It's not just the royal guy that's all blown up that's grandiose. You can be grandiose in the magician. You can be grandiose in the lover. You can be grandiose in the warrior. So it's inevitable, if you're going to individuate and be transformed into an optimal male self, that you're going to have to encounter your grandiosity, and it's never feels good when you begin to have awareness or somebody points out to you where you have really been inflated. Jung, and this is something we should keep in mind today and tonight. I mean, Jung pointed out, any time that you really are doing shadow work, we throw the word shadow work around a lot in men's work, but when you're really encountering your shadow, you are going to feel some revulsion.
Man, listen, whoever this dude is, who is that? I'm hearing it. Robert Moore. I'm hearing it when you hear. That man is cooking with the rarest grease. Let me tell you something. He basically said, you're not an adult until you get humbled by your shadow. That's when it starts. That's when the grow up, blow up starts for you. What he described, Big Mama would say a little different. She said, oh, you smelling yourself now. Huh? You think that's what, that grandiosity he was talking about, that young, don't really know, haven't really developed a self yet. That's what he's talking about. The power in that. Man, you a little too big for your britches. Now, what happens, ladies, when you attract him? You think it's just him you've attracted, right? You think, oh, he just like me because I'm cute and I'm sweet. And no. You've attracted a soulmate, right, for the wounds you've neglected. You haven't been humbled yet either. A bidirectional humbling, right? It's not black love. It's black attachment and stimulation. A deeper look at attachment versus connection. In this complex world of dating and marriage and cohabitating and you know, this mosaic, if you will, of human relationships, the distinction between attachment and connection often gets blurred. It leads us to profound misunderstandings of love itself. Hell, we live in a world right now, say it ain't even real. Tonight's show, what we on tonight, right? We're going to try to explore the intricate dynamics of intrapersonal and interpersonal relationships, and we will challenge the conventional wisdom surrounding these concepts. At the heart of this exploration lies the provocative question: if we are insecurely attached, can we genuinely connect? And I'm here to say no, because attachment needs supply. And if the person is performing supply, they get further with us because the lie works. Listen, the performative lie works better than the self-authentic truth. Because if you told the self-authentic truth, that person would be able to ascertain you are not a source of supply for these unhealed wounds. Let me go on to the next person that I can finagle it out of. Do you understand? When we come forward. It's not even over yet. I get the callers are coming. It's not even over yet. I'm going to keep cooking.
Is it good to you? More Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams when we come forward.
The Comedy Connection series featuring KBLA's Zoe Williams, the voice of reason, and the alpha male of comedy, Ray Grady. We're going to transform relationship disasters into stand-up material live at Inglewood's Miracle Theater on May 31st at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. My clinical team will disclose all of your dating woes, while the alpha male of comedy, Ray Grady, has hand-selected supremely talented comedians to roast all of our tragic relationship choices. I dare you to bring your ex's phone number because Ray, he's going to text it live and the crowd will be sourcing emojis. Tickets are moving swiftly, so don't hesitate to grab yours at themiracleinglewood.com before I diagnose your dating history as a pre-existing condition.
Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at textplan.us. Texting enrolls for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply. Reply stop, opt out. Individual results may vary. Consult a doctor prior to use.
If you've struggled to lose weight in the past, this important message is for you because you could lose as much as 50 pounds or more with Zelfie. Zelfie makes it easy and affordable to get weight loss treatment 100% online. Zelfie providers can prescribe FDA-approved GLP-1 weight loss medications clinically shown to help people lose weight like Wegovy, Zepbound, and others. Plus, help get the medication covered by insurance so it's as little as $0 a month.
The doctors are super helpful, and the meds have been a game changer. It's the first program I've had success with.
Before Zelfie, I was unable to lose weight, even though I was eating healthy and exercising 6 days a week. Zelfie helped me not only lose weight, but I feel so much better.
Text GOAL to 200-300 to get started today with Zelfie and see if weight loss medications like Wegovy or Zepbound are right for you. Don't wait. Text now for a link to your exclusive offer. Text GOAL to 200-300. That's GOAL to 200-300. GOAL to 200-300.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580 reminds you that we keep us safe. Every girl deserves a chance to shine. That's the belief behind Forgiving for Living, Inc. Since 1999, this organization has been empowering at-risk girls ages 13 to 18, helping them overcome behavioral and mental health challenges. Founder Wendy Gladney's personal journey inspired the mission to give girls hope and purpose through the power of forgiveness. Through their ambassador program, workshops, and annual annual conference, Forgiving for Living has touched over 3,000 young lives, providing mentoring, life skills, training, and tools for building self-esteem and confidence. You can make a difference. Visit forgivingforliving.org to donate, volunteer, become a mentor, or find help for a young girl in need. Forgiving for Living, Inc., building brighter futures for young girls. Visit forgivingforliving.org today. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
You know you want some more. More. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Yeah, shorty. I see you. Go ahead and show with your friends. Holla.
Don't be mad. I'm not trying to offend. Your shape is captivating. But I'ma be patient. If I have to, I'ma just fall back. You don't need to press the fact that I'm open off your style. You're sexy when you walk. I ain't even heard you talk, yeah. If your voice is as fly as your skin tone, then I already know what you sound like when you moan. I don't wanna be patient, don't wanna jump the gun. I don't want somebody else to screw you up, but I'ma be patient. Maybe I wanna see if you feel me, baby. Girl, it's plain to see when you get close to me. You make me feel the heat.
We are very circumscribed, limited. Our brains have been so programmed and conditioned, so limited, that most of us are unaware of this. We are conditioned linguistically, whether we are or not. That's a very serious subject into which we'll go into if we have time. We are conditioned, shaped, molded by the environment, by tradition, by religion, by the solitude of our own illusions, our own imaginations, the solitude of our own aspirations. Circumscribed, limited. So our brain, not the speaker is an expert at it, but having listened to great many people talk about the brain, specialists and others, one perceives that through this long process of evolution, our brains are very, very limited. Apparently, only a very small part of it act or think or live. The rest is in abeyance. That's what some of the specialists who have studied the quality of the brain and the workings of the brain have said.
Somebody get my brother Krishnamurti a cough drop. Sound like he had a cold. That was young Krishnamurti with a flu. But it's okay. He still dropped jewels. Where there is attachment, there is yearning, there is seeking. Do you understand? When you seek something, right? Whatever it may be, once you get it, you don't want it to run out. You seek wealth, you want to keep wealth. You seek love, you want to keep love. So listen how I'm framing it. This, in fact, is supply. You need an endless supply of something in order to relax. Otherwise, you're tense. When you find the love of your life, you hold on until you break their spirit and they leave. Many people do that, right? In attachment theory, Anxious, preoccupied. Oh my God, if I do the right things, if I tap dance, if I perform, if I overperform, if I overachieve in this relationship, they won't leave. Wrong. Wrong. Why? Because the attachment preoccupied usually is attracted to the avoidant. The avoidant internally wants it, but when it comes, they pull back. Do you see? Relationship is designed to reveal these aspects within ourselves. Where there is attachment, there will be the search for supply. That's what manifestation has become in the TikTok world. I'm going to manifest a better house. I'm going to manifest a better car. I'm going to manifest a trip. I'm going to manifest a man. Listen, why don't you manifest an internal confrontation so you can stop being performative? As I mentioned earlier, which Robert Greene, the author of 48 Laws of Power, said everybody is not authentic. He said, as a matter of fact, it's a lie. Being authentic, it's a lie. He said, you've been conditioned since you was a child to put on a show. Men, tell the truth. Call in, tell the truth. Men, I'll call you to the floor right now. I'm with you. We perform. Come on. It's a performative lie. Because deep down inside, do we really want to do it? No, but we heard it works. What works? Act right. Just act right for a little while. The nicer you are, the cooler you are, the vibier you are, the further you go. I'm not really like that, though. Because once I score, and if it isn't up to a particular thing that I like, that I'm on, can we be honest, men? It's not black love. It's black attachment and stimulation. The stimulant part is the supply. And the supply got to keep coming. Imagine you doing everything you had to do, doing everything you're supposed to do, get the girl you want, and then cheat on her. I've been there, have you? Huh? Listen, we're going to tell the truth. Do it in reverse. You followed all the rules. You did everything you were supposed to do, sister. You get the man. And next thing you know, you're underwhelmed with his spirit. You done went all this way, and now you're underwhelmed. Tell the truth, ladies. They always say women are not accountable. Be honest. You know what? I'm tired of these type of men. I'm tired of you get the type of man you want, and then you find out you're underwhelmed with his spirit. You're underwhelmed with his presence. Oh yeah, he take care of everything. He got my back. Oh yeah, everything is all good. Y'all gonna tell the truth tonight? Attachment theory posits that our relational behaviors trace back to formative experiences, creating adaptive strategies for survival. You've always been in survival mode, so you can never be in love. Yet these strategies, deeply embedded in our psyche, often morph into maladaptive patterns that hinder authentic connection. As David Deida suggests, author of The Way of the Superior Man, true intimacy requires us to peel away layers of conditioning, revealing the essence of our being. You don't like looking at your naked body in the mirror, let alone your naked spirit. Oh, my God. Without this excavation, individuals are left chasing validation, supply, seeking romance, seeking resonance, instead of true connection. Right? Thus arises a crucial inquiry. How do we differentiate between our innate need for connection and our conditioned responses shaped by past wounds? The wound is your guide. Do you understand? You're not supposed to let the wound guide you. A wound is not a shepherd. A wound is a storehouse of information. spiritual information. You go into the wound to extrapolate the spiritual knowledge of who you are. But it is not to be your shepherd. Do you understand? The notion of unity and oneness emerges as a double-edged sword. While recognizing our interconnectedness can breed detachment from the ego, this same recognition may become stunted by the structures of fear that govern our psyches. As Krishnamurti wisely states, it is no measure of health to be well adjusted to a profoundly sick society. Here, fear and ego, what I call figo, may entrap us within the comfort of familiar dysfunction, preventing us from breaking free of the cycles of attachment that inhibit our deeper relational experiences. You understand? Do you understand? Is being set apart or chosen an illusion of grandeur that ultimately seeks to elevate one's wounds rather than heal them? Listen, I'm telling you, you're not in love, you're attached. It was the great Buddha who said attachment leads to suffering. So much suffering in our intimate relationships today, and you want to know why you're not in love. You want to say love don't exist, love don't pay the bills. Yes, you live in a capitalist society, and they won't pay the bills, but you got to pay spirit bills too, and they're in arrears.
I don't wanna see if you're feeling me, baby. If it takes me a minute, it's only cause it's looking like my dream and you in it. You messed around and gave me the eye, now you did it. But I don't wanna see you get somebody else.
KBLA 1580 Santa Monica.
I'm Amber Payton with 4 Things You Should Know with BIN News. Black Maryland Governor Wes Moore is hopeful about plans to redevelop the Commander Stadium site in Prince George's County. Owner Josh Harris will fund a study and demolish the stadium as the team